Today I'm going to teach you a simple stitch technique on the machine that a lot of people don't think of using. It's a free motion, in other words the feed dogs are down, and it's just with a single thread, cotton thread, and it's not an automatic stitch. It's a stitch that will lend itself to your design, to your pattern. Here's an example. I've done all the stitching in white on here so that you can see it. It's this stitch here. This looks like a really fine hand stitch. It would take you a long time to do with a needle and thread, but it's done on the machine. So let's show you how it's done. This is a piece of fabric that is just pieced together. It's got a bird stamped on it and a feather. And I was thinking, how can I fill the feather? And I thought this technique would lend itself really well. So let's have a go here. So we just anchor at the middle, and then because it's free motion, you can actually pull or push your fabric through and anchor again at the outer part of the feather. So anchor in the middle and pull and anchor at the other end. It doesn't matter if it stitches twice to anchor. So it's just a question of filling in where the feather veins are, and you've got this nice fine stitching done on the machine. The tension is kept perfect and beginning to look like the veins of the feather. And I've done it in just a grey thread so that you can see it, but there's another reason I did that. And that is, if I use cotton thread, I can go afterwards with a little bit of dye and paint on top of the thread. So I can paint the feather any colour I want. I can have it variegating, I can have it striped, just like a bird has stripes and chevrons and what have you on the feathers. So I can actually create that afterwards. And then you can go back down and fill in so that it gets more lines per inch. You get quite fast at it, and this would take you a lot longer with a hand needle and thread. And you can see on here I've gone back over the top. I don't really want to do that with the feather, but I could if I wanted to create an interesting pattern. This is just to show you to do over the top. There we are, we're filling in a nice pattern, a nice weave sort of on the feather.